Hi, this is Janet Topsy Baby, and today we're going to take a little look at some of the ways you can help your child with their working memory. Now, if you have a child with something like ADD or ADHD, you'll know what an absolute nightmare getting ready in the morning can be. It's like, put your shoes on, 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 put your shoes on. It's just a never-ending time of repeating yourself over and over again, and ultimately it doesn't really help the child start to become independent. So we've tried a few things that have been quite successful to help my 7-year-old become a little bit more organised in the morning. So we have this small whiteboard which was actually recommended by the OT, with a list of things that have to be done in the morning, and then when she's done them she can tick them off independently. You can also use things like a visual timetable. We found, which is where you put like pictures up on the wall in a sort of linear order showing what has to be done and in what order perhaps. We found that using a whiteboard just worked better for us than a visual timetable. The only thing is, you have to remember to look at these things to actually do them in the first place. So another thing you can use is what's called a talking tile, and this is what we've been using. You can buy them individually. I think they're about £25 individually. We can buy them in sets of 4 or 5, and that's about 50 or 60, even up to £80. And you record yourself a message, and then you can lock the button so that they can't mess around and put funny messages on. So,
have you remembered to look at your wall chart and tick off the things you have to do today?
So they can press this button, which will then further remind them that they need to go and check the wall chart. They can't sit there in the magical kingdom all on their own. Another thing that's quite useful, especially if you have a child who's demand avoidant and just finds the whole verbal request just too much and the anxiety kicks in and they shut down, is to use this. This is a routine fan. So it's like a visual image of what they have to do to get ready, and instead of having to repeat yourself verbally, which can just be exhausting, you know, when you're having to say the same thing over and over again, it just makes the throat hurt, the voice croaky, tempers start fraying. Whereas if you hold up a picture, it's kind of taking the demand away from them. It's showing them what they have to do, but taking away the opportunity for argument. And I found this worked really well with children who are very demand avoidant. They have to see what they have to do. They don't get into a debate. It's a visual reminder. Here's a morning routine one. This one's really good. So you can just hold it up like this. And I think what you'll probably find is that not any one thing will work by itself. You'll probably have to use various methods, and it's a long slow journey which could take into adulthood, but lots of different things out there that you can start thinking about trying, and some will work, some won't work, but it's a long learning journey for both of you.